Right, so welcome back and welcome to mission 2 of Children of a Dead Earth. So somebody intercept and destroy an enemy spacecraft around Ganymede using overwhelming firepower. This sounds easier than it actually is, because certain parts of the tactical officer's advice isn't as actually complete as it should be. But I'll show you that in the in a moment. So first of all, let me congratulate you on getting to your first mission. Just in time too, because we've got our first combat mission for you. Don't be concerned, the firepower that we will provide you will vastly outmatch the enemies. And your tactical officer will similarly provide help from time to time. So a few days ago, a small combat vessel belonging to United Salt Trade Alliance, USTA again, allegedly went rogue around Ganymede and attacked one of our cargo freighters. USTA have disavowed any support for such an act, but the rest of us at the Republic High Command disbelieved such a claim. So they're sort of pretending it's a false flag. So this is yet another provocation ordered directly from the USTA headquarters itself. That's what they believe. That's what they're going to play it as. We're going to be spinning this story as firmly placing the blame on the USTA. But that's our concern. Your only concern is to eliminate this rogue craft. Ganymede is jointly controlled by us, the USTA, and nearly every other faction in the entire solar system. We have warships in orbit around Ganymede as well. Take it, tear the enemy craft to pieces. Its weapons vastly outrange the enemy's weapons, so a combat encounter should be a foregone conclusion. Simply make the orbit intercept to enter combat with the enemy ship, and your crew should handle the rest. Your opponent for this mission is one USF Captain Jake Charon, a USF captain with a known history of poorly made decisions and rash aggression. He's best known for playing a minor role in the USTA's takeover of Enceladus as a designated civilian craft disabler, so he likes to shoot at people who can't shoot back. That's nice. Okay, so hello Admiral. Don't worry about combat for now, just intercept your enemy. When you do enter orbit, the tactical officer will give you a rundown of your options. So we've got plenty of help. So we have USTA's laser skiff. It's on quite an elliptical orbit as well. An eccentric orbit, I should say, not elliptical. And there's Jupiter. Nice. Okay, select the ship. So it's the RFP patrol ship. And what it's actually called, I do not know. It will tell us. The RSF Fusion Flower. Fusion Flower. So as before, we can actually look inside. So got methane tanks. Got a crew module at the rear. That's unusual. I've got a 20 crew module at the front and a 20 crew module at the rear. That's actually quite good for redundancy. If you get hit in this section, it'll kill the crew here, but we'll still have an auxiliary control station here. It's not too bad, that. And a single NTR. Nice. So, take command of the Fusion Flower. Got 3 60mm cannon. And the 3 30MW 11mm auto fire railguns. I thought it said we had 8 of them. Sure, I read 8 just then. 8 30MW. I thought it was a bit big for what is effectively a gunboat. Okay, let's head back. So that's our own ship, the Fusion Flower.
Incoming transmission.
So a note on this mission, the enemy's orbit is elliptical rather than off-circular. As a result, if you do try to orbit phase like last mission, it will only work properly at the periapsis of their orbit. Ooh, that's quite a lot of delta. 887 meters per second. That's a lot of Delta V. We can intercept it at that. With a less wheel, just on with about 2.8 or so. Delta V in kilometers per second. Okay, well, we'll try that. 930, so it was lying. It's at 800. So it's 0.93 kilometers per second. That'll leave us with about 2.5, just over 2.5 kilometers a second. I hope it's going to be enough for combat. So not an mission. Oh, sorry, I should have clicked OK. One more concern. Due to will perturb your orbits heavily, meaning it won't have perfect ellipses for orbits. This may further confound your orbit phasing. No, it doesn't. So that's effectively, that's the end body physics kicking in, because we've got not just this influence on us, we've also got Jupiter. And there's a Lagrange point just there. So that can cost you extra Delta V. 10 minutes.
Incoming transmission.
Alright, so welcome to combat. Combat begins paused. Then you can disable this in the option. Now we'll leave it as paused. Okay, so first of all, this is your range finder. The white circle tells you the range of the enemy. In the centre of it, it tells you the relative velocity to the enemy and in what direction. So that's this. So it's 45 meters per second closure. And it's closing towards us. Flyby in 15 minutes. That's nice. So I can stay at a nice long range and use our longer range weapons than the enemy has. So up here you can see how long it takes until your ship will fly by. I just already said that. It's a flyby countdown. Obviously that's calculated as if neither of us moves. If they move away or towards us, then it will also come down. Or if we do the same thing. So the red diamond at the top is the enemy, and the green diamond at the bottom is your spacecraft. Select your spacecraft. That's theirs. Ocean of Sorrow. Could be prophetic. Okay, so the arc lines indicate the range of your weapons. The arc is blue if it's out of range and orange if it's in range. So that's the 60mm turreted cannons. And that's the 13 megawatt 11mm auto fire railguns. They're nasty. All of your weapons auto fire by default. They're most on the side of your ship, so they need to be swung round to fire. Get into range, swing your ship into broadside, and your guns will start blasting. You can give your ship orders with this button. Yeah, we need to intercept first. Then we select the... Something else, it doesn't teach you when you're into combat. It doesn't tell you to click this diamond. Default priority target. We want that. Otherwise, no matter what you select on the enemy ship as a component, it will just... I've seen it miss it. I mean, practically at point blank range, it's actually missed the ship itself. I'd rather hit it, do damage to its armour, than hit one of these. Also, I'd rather hit this, but if it's nothing, I'd rather hit the ship at least. Without that selected, it doesn't seem to want to hit. Even if you have any of these selected. Alright, so now we can see what the weapons on the on their ship. So he's got the same 60mm turreted cannon. And he's got the green laser. 13 megawatt ND YAG green laser turret mount. Its range is 20 kilometers. You can target the enemy systems here. Targeting too many systems at once will defocus your fire. So go with a single target. When your target is the most important tactical decision you can make in combat. Or what you target, I see. So I like to target things that are actually in the middle. So the 60mm cannon. Ooh, okay. So what's the longest range weapon they've got? It's the green lasers. But even if we don't hit any of these, we're still going to sort of aim for the centre of the ship at least. But it doesn't want me to do that. So I'll go with the longest range weapons for now. Target one of the systems. Now I just did do. Okay, that's all. You can toggle pause and unpause with space. Good luck. So yeah, if you don't have that selected, it will completely miss no matter what you select here. Something it doesn't tell you. So it's firing chaff and flares.
Incoming transmission.
Okay, your ship's weapons are remain. Select your craft now. Your railgun arc line is orange rather than blue, indicating that is in range. So the railgun. Your railguns are on the side of your ship, so they can act. They can't aim at the enemy until you swing your ship around. So you need to swing it around because it's not fitted at the front; they're fitted on the sides. But which side? I've only got so many. Got the railgun there. So I'd rather sort of roll it. But it won't let you roll. Catalyst craft does not have thrusters which can roll effectively. So it's pretty random as to whether you're gonna to get enough of these railguns on target, even with a broadside. But they are turreted, so they should fire towards the front. But never mind. So once your guns are in range and in arc, they will fire automatically. It may take a while before the projectiles hit, because the enemy is tens of kilometers away, and pause the game when ready. Where is it?
Incoming transmission.
So that was the flare. Because we've got no missiles, it's pretty useless them firing those flares off. Because we're not heat guided. So the enemy is suffering damage. Select the enemy craft. And we can see it happen. Yeah, you see what I mean? It's still missing the target, generally speaking. That's what I'm talking about. It's not fantastic. Some missions you can do straight away first time, and the other times you gotta just keep repeating the same mission because randomly it just misses the target. Okay, as the enemy takes damage, watching them is a good way to see if your attacks are effective. If not, you want to target a different system. But we're not targeting the engine at all. We're targeting over here. So they're obviously moving. So let's go for the forward part of the ship. That might cause it to lead, because the dodge is actually switched on. Dodge prediction is switched on our ship. Come on. Flyby in 6 minutes. 5 minutes. What was that? See what's been damaged. We can see that. So we've got the radiators. Both radiators have been damaged. Now it's targeting the front of the ship. 4 minutes till fly by. If you let your ship fly by, it can be quite difficult. And he's firing weapons as well, isn't he? No, he's not. I'm not gonna bother with that. Target weapons. Of course, if we take the crew out, that's the end of the. That's a game over for them. Yeah, unless you actually select that at the front.
Incoming transmission.
Okay, so we took out an enemy module. Let's select their craft. We already have done. You can find the modules you've destroyed or disabled in this section. We've actually destroyed more than that because we've destroyed the radiators. But both next to each module at the very bottom. So you see a full list of them there. 111. So that's only one radiator. Oh, the other radiator's just there, is it? There's not much of it left. So that's the front part, the forward part of their ship has been damaged. Let's see what that does. Let's see what this does. So I've targeted the blast launcher. That's a decoy launcher and its engine. Fly by in 2 minutes. We're almost in range of their... Oh no, we're not. 10 kilometres away still. That is it, I think. No, it's not. Yeah, tap on there. I don't know what that is. Fire. That's a flare flying off, but it's not glowing. Looks like it's being damaged. We've got 60 seconds.
Incoming transmission.
Alright, so that's that. Put it back onto pause. Alright, so good work. That captain will no longer be an issue for anyone anymore. So that's their engine out. So that's it, that's their disabled. So if you take their engines out, they're completely disabled, they can't move. And also they can't generate heat to use their weapons. Alright, mission successful. Oh, just missed it. So I got silver. It's got a new record though. The record is 2 hours and 38 minutes. And I got it in 4 hours and 5 minutes. Capital ship's alive 100%. Capital ship's unscathed 100% as well. So I got silver. Alright, on to the next mission.